In terms of just earnings growth then from the operating businesses, are there any sectors in particular that you are particularly bullish on for 2024 in Brazil? You mentioned maybe neutral to negative on commodities. So, I don't know, retail, manufacturing, education maybe. Is there anywhere you're particularly focused for next year?
Number one pick would be education again.
Hmm.
Sector bullish for 2023, and we are entering 2024 still bullish in this sector because this is a sector that has a lot of leverage in the economy. They are, as we say here, left part of the pandemic only now, because for them the negative impact of the pandemic was bigger than the rest of the economy. So earnings are growing because of this. They have a lot of debt as well. So interest rates going down is good for them. And maybe there is a benefit of government increasing the support for this sector. So education is maybe the number one pick. Another sector that we like is healthcare. Companies are also growing most of the time because of acquisitions, but also growing organically. And the valuation is not so stretched at this time. So price going down usually benefits this group, not only in Brazil, but also globally. I think healthcare can perform better in 2024. So this is a sector that I like to. And also what we like to is road concessions, for instance. This is a sector I like because it's not so cyclical. It's more defensive, but also they are increasing. And particularly there's been more and more new concessions coming in the market in Brazil. So the companies that we have in the stock market, particularly EcoRodovias, they are growing because they are adding new concessions to their portfolio. So their earnings are growing very, very, very fast. And most of this growth will come in 2023, but there are something to come in 2024. And also in this case, interest rates going down is very, very positive because, as I said, this company have new concessions. To buy these new concessions, they had to pay a lot of money and also make a lot of investments before starting to cover to charge the cars in the road. So revenues are coming now, but the expenses are already paid. So earnings tend to go a lot in this group as well next year. And retail, I think this column retail is a little bit out of consensus, is on and call, let's say. But what we are starting to see is that the negative impact of global competition in the retail business is smaller than many believe. First. Second, we are discussing a lot of people are afraid because of the potential tax reform in Brazil, but what we are talking to the companies that for many of the retail companies, the negative impact is smaller than many people think. So this is a concern that will not happen as people fear. And also interest rates usually is good for retail business. So retail is also another out of consensus call for 2024.
Yeah, it feels like in 2023, retail might have been the most hated sector in Brazil. I mean, they got
This
abused.
is a good
No
entry
one
point for 2024.
exactly. So even if it just reverts to the mean,